Maimed on the job, worries tonight how she'll care for her 7 children. And she questions a local plant's decision to keep machines running when the machines need to be cleaned. KETV News Watch 7 I-Team investigator Carol Kloss is looking for answers tonight.
Just out of the hospital and still on pain medication, Sudanese immigrant Mary Paul remembers the horrible night less than 2 weeks ago when she lost her right hand.
And that night I was so tired and I want to come home, and I asked them, can I go home? I'm too tired.
It was 3:30 a.m. on July 8th. Mary Paul was working at this ConAgra frozen food plant in Council Bluffs. She says she'd already put in 13.5 hours that night. Mary says she was cleaning a large machine which processes frozen dinners. The machine was still operating.
We have a long smoke, and then the machine grabbed my smoke when I washing it, and then it's roll my hand like this and this side and take it under the knife. Yeah, and then I was screaming and nobody was around me.
Mary says when someone found her, her hand was mangled beyond repair in the machine and she was passed out on the floor bleeding.
Normally when you clean that machine, do they leave it running?
Yeah, they let it running.
Why? Why do they leave it running?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Does it seem safe?
No, it's not safe.
A spokesperson for ConAgra says the Council Bluffs plant has a solid safety record and the company is conducting a thorough investigation into Mary's accident. The spokesperson says it's not uncommon to clean equipment while it's still running, but says employees are trained to keep body parts out of the machinery. ConAgra did deny the I-Team's request for an interview. We also checked with Iowa's Occupational Safety and Health Administration about the accident, but discovered that ConAgra is not required to report it. Reports are only required when a person dies or when 3 or more workers go to the hospital as a result of the accident. OSHA does say companies must adhere to safety regulations, including hand protection and machine guards near hazardous equipment. ConAgra will not discuss if those safeguards were in place inside the Council Bluffs plant. Mary Paul's husband is visiting relatives in a remote village in Sudan and cannot be reached by telephone. He doesn't know about the accident yet, and Mary has 7 children to provide for. She's worried.
I don't know. I thought when I get better, I can go back to work. Yeah, if they let me.
Mary hopes ConAgra will change its practice of keeping machines running while being cleaned.
And now they think about it, this is not safe. Yeah.
But it's too late for you.
It's too late. Yeah, it's too late.
With more complete coverage, Carol Kloss, KETV News Watch 7.
Employers are required by law to report workplace injuries to the Workers' Compensation Administration within 4 days of an incident. Iowa's Workers' Comp Administrator says ConAgra did not file a report in this case until last night, so it may be subject to a fine. A ConAgra spokesperson today told us that the company will do everything it can to support Mary and her family.